right, I think I'm streaming. I'm back after like 2 months. If you're wondering where I was, I had to graduate from master's, and then I went out and I filmed a documentary, and then I went on my anniversary trip, and then I had a ton of gigs. Now I'm finally back getting to write some music. It's nice to be back. So, I just started drafting a little bit of a tune here. I originally was just writing it for one of those reels I make because they're kind of fun to do. And here's what I have so far. So, my process with this is I was just trying to write something I could write a fast melody for. Don't know why, just in the mood. And then for the bass, I was just trying to write something that really fits within this groove. The drums, though, are interesting because I actually use the app Drum Genius, if you know what that is. And what I do is I use that app and I kind of scroll through the grooves that I want to work with. And I found this one called Songo 7, number 7 specifically. And it just fits the vibes. So I went with it. So now, the chord progression so far was, and I think I have a keyboard on screen. Cool. A minor to F major 7, F major 9, to this D minor 9. Nothing special, repeats that. But and then I do to a C to C7 because I'm setting myself up to go to a little interlude segment section in F. So that's where I'm thinking I'm going to go. Let me record that. Need a metronome. I don't know if the metronome will actually come through on the stream, but honestly, it'd be fine if it didn't because it's kind of annoying. Uh-oh, I got a warning. It says the stream. And then current bitrate is lower. Oh, that doesn't matter right now. That will be fixed at a later date. Okay. Cool. So I set myself up for a little loop here. The two chords I'm going between right now are this F major 7. And this is like a C minor 7 over F. It's really like an F sus7. And then I go down to the relative minor. But I need another chord here. Because if I'm alternating between these two, it really wants to have something else. What could I do? You know, that was pretty cool. So what I did there was my F major 7 to that sus to D. That's a D minor 9, and then I went to this E flat major 9 sound. And then from there, I really set myself up to do one of those, this chord progression, which was E flat to D flat to C, and that turns me back around into F. So let me fail to record that a couple times on stream and embarrass myself as a keyboard player. I'm not a keyboard player. I have a green trumpet. Please forgive me. All right, here we go. I got closer than I thought I would. I'll keep that one. I just kind of forgot about the E flat. I was like, that's too hard. So I actually want to figure out the rhythm of the. I might even put an actual hit in there because I'm doing the. Ba-da-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-da, and then that's where I go to the C, and that'll be my pivot point. So. That's pretty cool. So now I'll try to record that as if I can play the keyboard. One more time and I'll be happy. That wasn't bad, but I can do better. Oh, that was my D. Sorry, I was cut off. Here's my E flat now. That'll be a really cool hit for the band to have. This section will repeat. I'm actually going to put it into one MIDI region. So if you're wondering, like, why am I writing in the Cubase? I'm the Dorico guy. I like to write in the Cubase because then I can draft and kind of make like a demo of a tune before I go and I fully flesh out my ideas into an arrangement. So let's listen to the full thing with some context here real quick. Cool. Ba-da-ba-ba-bo. So this tune actually needs some more repetition. So let's add the extra repeated sections now, as if it's the full form. So this is supposed to happen 3 times. And then this is the... Yeah. So here's that C bit. And then we'll fill this in. But that should make more sense for the actual form of the piece, I believe. Okay. So now we're gonna... let's fill this in. And we'll keep using this drum groove just temporarily. Note that it's not what I'm going to be like stuck to. But I'm going to just make it a little lighter feeling. Through velocity. I'm just going to throw it across all this. Just temporary drums. All right, so now I'm going to put my bass line there. And I might try to do something different here with my bass. Almost create a different feel. Really thinking, because obviously the keyboard and the drums have such a strong rhythmic motive to them, essentially. So I can't deviate too far from them, or I'm probably going to just run into some trouble. So maybe I'll just stick to it, and then when I get to my next section, that's where I'll have to step away from it. That's pretty cool. So now I'm just emphasizing the quarter note a little heavier on some of these when I get to the F in less of the syncopation. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Cool, and then that all this hit lines up here. That's what I'm looking for. So we want to make all these hit together, even though these are just like temp drums essentially. Let's just give it something together, just for demonstration. So this sets me up to repeat this section. And then I will get to jump over to the trumpet shortly. Pasting into the wrong location. There we go. I think I need to color this to keep track. Oop. I guess bass could be pink. There we go. That's a lot better. Cool. So I'm missing my downbeat here because of my humanizing quantizing. It was kind of off the beginning because I'm using regions. So let's do that. And I want a little bit of a pickup in the bass. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da, bum-ba-da-ba-da, or ba-ba-da-bum-ba-da, ba-ba-da-dun-da-da. Maybe just put a nice... I'm happy with that. So let's figure out where to go next with this progression. And once I have that decided, I'll pull out the trumpet. So listen all the way through once. All right, so we're setting myself up to go to what I feel like should be a break in the chaos, because we have a lot. But that's cool. So maybe we go to like this. Some kind of pedal point, something over C. And I actually might write the pedal point first in the bass here, just because I like it. And I have a patch that actually goes down to, like, you know how like orchestral basses have the low E, then they have the extended fretboard, so you can actually go to the C below that. I have a patch that does that, and I love writing for it, but I know I shouldn't, even though I really want to. All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I just want something so I can start writing some really cool keyboard stuff. I'm sure we all know that Snarky Puppy tune, and they have that really awesome, just descending awesomeness keyboard stuff. That's a big influence of mine because it's just awesome. So that's a good pedal point line. And then this needs to be for that. Okay. And we can make this fairly long, but this will be a good launch point if this is the form of the tune to move into solos after this. And then one thing I feel is pretty characteristic of my writing is here's a 4-bar section, here's a 4-bar section, and here's a 4-bar section. I'm only doing 3 of those. A lot of people would feel the need to do 4 and do like 16 bars, but sometimes it's just like, why? Just do what feels natural. And I feel the need, like, it might be a little too long, so let's just do that. So let's do some kind of little drum thing here. I think I have my drums in the wrong octave. Oh, I have my keyboard routing wrong. There we go. Let me fix that. Sorry about that. All right, you're going to watch me play keyboards bad. All right, I'm going to do the most basic thing ever just as a proof of concept. Cool. That will do its job. So now the chords. Let's write something cool. Chords? I mean, that was pretty cool. No clue what I just played. I have a vague idea. I was kind of holding on to it. Let's think. Let's do something methodical here. All right. Might even use the chord track, something I never use in Cubase. No, I'm not desperate enough. So I'm going to do, we're just going to start out with a nice C. Ooh, okay, we're going to end up going to a C minor major 7. So C. And then we'll probably impose that a dominant sound over top of this, right? But we're going to use a cool dominant sound in this voicing particular, and I think you can actually see that on the screen. So if you're looking closely, that has a sharp 5 and a sharp 9. That's a nice dense voicing. But notice I'm actually restraining myself from going into all the alterations. Like I'm not just throwing like the full kitchen sink in there, right? Just the select alterations have a very nice sound together. Certain ones pair nicely. So we'll definitely do a C major 7 right off the top. I don't know that I'm feeling this. That's what I'm feeling. So it's actually an F minor 7 flat 5. Okay, that was cool. So then when I get to the fourth bar in this loop, I'm actually going to do a little repeating figure, or sorry, half beat figure for some motion, and that was actually this A flat major 7 to. So I might abandon one of the voicings. I'll see. So that's a cool pairing of voicings that I'm doing here. And it has a cool sound because it's actually 2 dominant chords. They're both G7. And the dangerous thing is a lot of people would generalize these as G7 alt, G7 alt. But those are clearly 2 different chords, right? So this is G7, sharp 5, sharp 9, which I mentioned before. But this is flat 9, sharp 11, or flat 5 if you would prefer to call it that. So I'm going to put those where they go. Da, da, do. So. Alright, let's keep this going. So I think I need to go to an A flat major here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right. So now my goal is to end up playing with the 4 chord when I get over here. So let's do some more motion within this realm. So that's close to what I want. right, so I think we get to repeat this figure, and that will be very cool. So let's make sure what I did was intentional there, because I think I actually missed a note. We had this chord should have been my A flat. I guess it's actually an inversion of F minor 7, but that's fine. So this is the chord I want to have intent, and we're going to keep it to that. Yeah, the G7 sharp 5 sharp 9 sound. All right, let's listen to this whole little phrase. Okay, that's cool. Let's listen to the whole thing in context. This is a pretty cool tune. So let's knock this out, and then I'll think we'll be in solo territory, and then I'll jump to my trumpet and we'll be writing a melody. That'll be fun. So my thinking here is if I went down, maybe I should go up. It's always, a lot of people think about call and response in their melodies, or they think about call and response in their solos. But you can think about call and response in like every single facet of what you do. Oh, you did something soft, do something loud. You did something fast, do something slow. You did something that was 8 bars, do something that was 2 bars with some silence. You did something that went down, do something that goes up. So, I just need to put a nice little something here. To take even a step further down. So let's do. Okay. Make that work. Feel free to ask questions, chords, anything, harmonization. I'm just a nut for all this, so. I guess I should play the chord. Kind of what I want, not totally what I want. So let's also listen to our starting point. So obviously they're relay keys. If this is in C, this is in A minor over there. So we want to kind of create a loop here. And if I landed here. Yeah, I need some more color. There wasn't enough color there. I think it was a little lame. right, that was way more colorful. So the real trick to like minor 4 chords that a lot of people don't use, especially more in the commercial poppy lane, is they'll do something like the C chord and they'll get to a 4 chord and they'll be like, I'm gonna make it sound really cool, like really add that kind of like twist to it, and they'll do, but to me that's only halfway. What if you make it half diminish? Oh, what? It's just so much more color. And it doesn't even step that far out of like the key, right? Going to a half diminished 4. It just has, to me, a much more dramatic effect than going from. To me, that almost like, it's like saying, oh, I want to have this dramatic effect, but I'm not going to like fully commit to it. And then when you actually do it and land on it, it's like, eh. But as soon as you throw in that B and you throw in that leading tone, oh, just so much more colored there. All right. Let's finish this a little bit here and grab my trumpet. Okay, so it's just, I just butchered the last chord. It's okay. The last chord might be really cool if it actually goes to the 5 of 6, so I can get back to my original groove. And we'll see if that makes sense or if it fits. It'd be nice if it works. So maybe that means we break my pedal in my bass. So this is going. I'm going to do just a 2-5-1 because why not? I think that works really well. So here's like a loop of the form. Let's see it work great. So obviously, like drum fill, keyboard maybe starts picking up on the groove there. So let me just sample that out. I think that works like really well, actually. Minus my sustain pedal is really muddy there, but it's okay. I'll fix it. That's like not half bad, right? All right, so just get some markers out. I'm not going to use the arranger track for now. All right, it's trumpet time. I think I need to boost my gain a little bit. Please let me know like how the trumpet levels are. It should be good. I might also have to adjust something real quick. All right, you want to hear me talk for like 30 seconds. Now I think you can hear me. You're also looking at the camera over there. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just trying to get a feel for the chords, honestly. I think that's a good start, though. Let me go ahead and just record something this time. See how I feel. I'm also going to add a couple bars of metronome clicks right in the beginning, so I don't miss the entrance. It'd be really cool to have like a horn pickup. I think that'd be a really good way to get into the tune. But that's really loud. Let me turn that down. There we go. All right, let me jump back to the other camera. So I was particularly fond of my opening phrase there. I'm going to actually open a horn patch. Start writing out a melody that I can end up importing to Cubase, or sorry, Dorico. I use Session Horns Pro for actually in Dorico in Cubase. I'm thinking about putting out a kind of a what's it called, playback template with my big band session template thing that I have for Dorico. I feel like a couple people might be interested in that. I think this is the all-around best. I think they're all pretty bad. I think all the sample packs, like every time I end up recording my piece or recording myself, I just kind of go, wow, the samples suck. Like, so it's not even worth like investing too hard into it, but this is pretty affordable all around. All right, wow, I'm just staring at this. I'm looking for Session Horns Pro Performance. And I'm just going to load a trumpet and an alto sax because those are the two things I have in my room with me. Cool. All right, let's figure out how I know this goes some way. Da ba da da ba da. Da ba da da. Ba da ba da ba ba da 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 da. I played something in particular. I'm trying to get it again. Maybe I need a better, cooler pickup. Let me back it up a bar so I have another bar of counting. Hmm. There we go. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write my melody with some short phrases like that, and then contrast it with a long phrase. I think that is what I'm looking for, and that will also help offset all of the rhythmic activity going on underneath. I think that'll be cool. All right. I think I can have a cooler in there though. Back to trumpet. So when I actually arrange this melody, it'll probably be. It almost has a natural like two sections in like juxtaposition on this. I think that'll be really cool for me to play with when I take this to the big band portion. All right, combine that. Yep, pour it out. Clicking all the wrong buttons. There we go. All right, cool. So now I'm going to answer the melody with a different phrase. And I'll write it on trumpet, why not? All right, I'm gonna do it again. I like how I syncopated the second phrase, then went back to the original one. And I'll work on that transition in a second. All right, and I'm going to keep notating this melody as I go. That way I don't do it later. And I'm going to turn my quantization to 100%. So it's already done. So, da-da-da-ba-ba-boom. I'll play that. This is a fun little melody. I'm kind of digging it. So now I want to get that transition where I go to the C chord and go there for 2 bars. And this is kind of like my pivot point. So where I go to the F chord. So I'm in the philosophy of trying to less is more and develop one idea and see how far I can take the idea. So I'm going to try to take the ba-da-da-da-da-da and see what I can do with it. See how I can make it fit over some of these other sections. Let's play a harmony part to this just for fun. Just because I'm getting near the end of my time today. I probably butcher this at first, so don't judge me. No, that won't work. Hold on. I think that has to be it. Let's see. That was embarrassing.
Someone is at the GNT 1TW02 minus 4,392
That's my wife's new iPhone, so thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate you all.